In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the best high-proof Blanco of 2024, right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at what I believe to be the best high-proof Blanco of 2024. So, what is the high-proof Blanco? It is the Viva Mexico high-proof Blanco. Now, the story behind this particular high-proof Blanco, it's got an interesting story. And yeah, I'm involved in the story. So, people may say I'm a little biased. Not really the case. Here's the deal. The story is, one day I was traveling through Arandas, visiting the different distilleries. And of course, I've got good friends in Sergio Vivanco and Sergio Cruz at Viva Mexico, or as we know, NOM 1414. So one day I was there with a couple of guests, and Sergio Cruz had come up and said, "Hey, while you guys are here, we want you to try something." And he pulled out a 5-gallon like ocean spray. It wasn't 5-gallon. It was like a 5-liter. So it was like a 2-gallon ocean spray jug. And he's like, "Here, try this Blanco. I want to know what you think of it." And so he poured a little bit into our glasses, my guests and I, and we tried it, and we were like, "Wow, this is absolutely amazing. Absolutely fantastic. This stuff is great." And I said, I want to get it for Ferment and Still. I want to get it for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. I want to buy the whole batch. And Sergio Cruz originally was like, no, we don't want to sell the whole batch. We want to keep this as something special for when people visit the distillery. We'll give them a tasting and they can enjoy it here at the distillery. And I said, no. I want to buy the whole batch. All of it. We want to offer it to people in the United States so people can get a chance to try this amazing tequila. It was an experimental batch. They're only doing one batch. It's not going to be a regular profile for them or anything. It's not the regular Viva Mexico flavor profile. It's completely different. And so finally I got them to say yes, they'll do it. So that was 3 years ago. So this tequila, this Blanco, has been sitting in a tank, melding and getting even better every year. Now, the last bottle that I got, this was over a year ago on August 24th, 23. And so the bottle that we're going to be doing the tasting of today is the final release stuff. So this was in a tank for an additional year, developing more wonderful flavor profiles and stuff. So we're going to get into the tasting portion and let you guys know about what the difference is and stuff next. All right, so before we get into the tasting portion, I do want to go over how this tequila is made, because at Viva Mexico, they do things right. They do it traditionally. They do it old school. So they do use estate-grown agave, because they do have a ranch that they grow their own agave. The agave are cooked in brick hornos, and then after they're done cooking in brick hornos, normally 24 hours or so, they then extract all the wonderful sugars out of the agave fibers using a roller mill. After the roller mill, they then ferment in stainless steel tanks with Mozart music playing. They call it the Mozart method. And then after it is done fermenting, they then twice distill using stainless steel tanks. So what did they do differently with this particular Blanco is they use different cuts, but they also used a different yeast and a different temperature. So it's a completely different profile than what you're used to. Sergio Cruz was having a little fun experimenting, which one thing that's nice about 1414 is that Sergio Vivanco lets him experiment and lets him try different things. And if they come up with something really good, then they normally use it as a profile. This came out excellent, but they're not using it as a profile. They were going to keep it as their own special edition that you got only at the distillery, but now we're bringing it to you. Now, there's only 500 bottles of this made, and once the 500 bottles are gone, it's done, and it sells for $72.99 at exclusively on fermentandstill.com. Okay, so let's take a look at the bottle before I pour it. It is the regular Viva Mexico label. They did a little different stuff to it. It says high proof at the top. It has the 92 proof written in on the bottle, so it's 46.1% alcohol by volume. It is a Blanco. It has all the details on production on the side. And it is different information about the distillery on the back, And then, of course, it is the Tequila Hombre Reserva Edition, Especial Edition, with my logo on it. Because I was the one that was bringing this in. I fell in love with it. All right, so let's see how it's changed now and what we got from this new bottle. I just got the bottle today delivered to my door from Ferment and Still. I ordered a case to start. I have actually ordered 2 cases, so my second case is coming next week because this stuff is so good. I want to make sure I don't run out of it and I have some to last me for a while. So looking at this one in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. Look at that. Legs and tears are just starting to break on it. It's going to have a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. But look, it's not even breaking yet. And there, it's starting to break there. But look at that. Look at the legs that are starting to form on this now. So it's going to have a nice, viscous, creamy, oily mouthfeel to it. Looking at the tequila itself, it's crystal clear. Look at that. It's not, the tears haven't even really started to form yet. It's so thick and viscous on it. There, now she's starting to see some pearls. There you go. There's some legs and stuff forming on it now. So it's crystal clear. Looks beautiful. Let's see what we get on the nose on it. Ooh, beautiful, sweet cinnamon and baking spices, cooked agave. A little hint of tart fruit, like green apple coming through. Some pepper, definitely some pepper in there. Just a really nice, robust, cooked agave. It just screams cooked agave. It's just a nice minerality to it too from the well water that they use. It smells beautiful. It smells really nice. Okay, so this is 46.1%, 92 proof. So I will have to acclimate. This is my first sip of tequila for the day, so I'll have to acclimate my mouth to 45%, 46% alcohol. So bear with me for a second. Pour a little bit more in the glass. Look at the legs and tears coming down the glass. Look at that. It's so viscous. It's so rich and creamy on the mouthfeel. Look at that. A lot of oils present, even though it's been diluted down to 46. All right, we're all good to go. So, salud. Coats the mouth beautifully. Nice, rich, sweet cinnamon and baking spices. Little hint of pepper. Getting a little bit of that tart fruit, like green apple note coming through. Definitely some pepper. And that sweet cinnamon cooked agave note just kind of rides through on the palate. Carries through all the way towards the end. A little hint of anise in there. A little hint of anise bitterness in there. Kind of balancing things out. Not a whole lot, just a tad bit. And picking up the pepper too, the black pepper. This is a really nice high proof Blanco. Really, really nice. Wow. People are going to love this. Sweet cinnamon and baking spices. Just rides through. Now the trick with this too is you want to let it sit for a little while and let it open up because it will change the longer it stays in your glass. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'll put the link in the description with the live stream that I did with Sergio Cruz and Sergio Vivanco, where they talked about it too. They were actually tasting it on the live stream and talking about their tasting notes. So you can see that as well. Beautiful high proof. Amazing high proof. One of my favorite high proofs. So I definitely give this one 5 agave. You guys got to try it. It's absolutely beautiful. You're going to go crazy over this. I don't go crazy over high proof Blancos that much unless they're really good, like the Carrera 54. This one I put right up there with Carrera 54 as being one of my favorite high proof Blancos. You are going to love it. It's a different flavor profile than the Carrera 54, but it's absolutely amazing. Again, www.fermentandstill. Check it out. Pick up a bottle. Try it. I'd love for you to comment after you do below. Let me know what you think. And if you like the information I shared in this video, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're new to the channel, bienvenido, welcome. And if you like honest reviews, unbiased reviews like this one, as well as other informational videos, then make sure you click the subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time I post a new review or informational video that will help you in selecting really great quality tequilas when you go to the liquor store or ordering online. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So hey, make sure you pick up a bottle of the Viva Mexico High Proof. It's amazing stuff. Matter of fact, buy 2 or 3. Salud. Bye, guys.